I'm obsessed with doing lips. I absolutely love it. But obviously, you know, understandably, when you start out, you are new, so you haven't really got the techniques of where you want to be. But I absolutely love doing it. So again, just keep constantly learning. I've got another lip masterclass booked in October this year, which is good. But yeah, to be fair, I do loads. I do anti-wrinkle treatments, skin boosters, the non-surgical rhinoplasty. So kind of do a mixture. But lips is my passion, I would say.
Hi guys, it's Holly here at Faces and welcome back to Face It podcast. Today I'm with the gorgeous Zoe from ZLC Aesthetics. Zoe, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome. So just to kick things off, let's talk about you and your business then. So how did you enter the aesthetics industry and how have you got your business to where it is today? Do you want to just give us a bit of an overview?
Yeah, so trained in October 21, seems ages away now. So I've always been interested in it and started to look for myself personally into getting a bit of treatment. And then it was when I started to look into it, I was a bit like, oh, I can do this. I was a bit naive, if I'm honest. I actually assumed that I thought everybody had to be a medic. I was quite naive to it. So I was trained in October 21, had a few setbacks, ended up having emergency surgery, which completely, you know, when you've set up your first clinic, your prescriber, everything like that, so everything got cancelled. So it wasn't really till like February and March where I really started again. So knocked my confidence a little bit because it was such a long time since I'd done my training. And then literally worked at a salon in Belper, which I still work at now, and they've been promoting me, and then literally from there to now it's just grown and grown and grown, and I've got over like 100 clients, and I'm loving it. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've had a few anxiety moments, but that's just me. I'm such a warrior. But yeah, absolutely love it. I love making clients feel the best, and I just love it.
Amazing. So like the fact that it was sort of February, March this year that you sort of
last year. So last
year. Sorry. I was gonna say, how have you got that many clients in like 4 months?
So it would be February, March 2022. But obviously since my training, it was such a long time. So I was a bit like, oh.
So it's like,
but
starting again, isn't it? You know, it's, you know, I speak to practitioners all the time who train and then it's like 6 months has passed and they've not even like done any treatment. And it's like, how, like, you need to essentially redo your training. You know, I try to encourage practitioners as soon as they're qualified to, like, you know, get into it and, you know, just overcome that fear. But obviously
that's exactly what I want to do, you see. And it's like when I did my nose training with Canvas, I literally did my training with Ash, and then I think the next day or the day after I was doing them, because I thought if you leave it, I think you'll lose some confidence. So that's what I did, and that's what I tend to do now. Just go for it.
Just go for it, exactly. And I feel like, you know, I'm not a practitioner myself, but I can imagine how like nerve-wracking it is to have just performed the treatment on a few models and then it's like, right, go ahead.
You're on your own now.
Exactly. So with regards to obviously the setback that you had, did you come back to your business with like a different approach? Like, how did you sort of get back into it following that setback?
So with the company that I train with, I had a few other courses booked, so that was quite helpful and useful at the time. And then if I'm honest, just I messaged all the local practitioners local to me in Belper and Derby, and most of them to this day are really good friends of mine, so I've got quite a good support network, so they were quite helpful as well. YouTube is amazing.
Yes, love YouTube.
When you sat at home recovering, so you're just looking at endless videos, and obviously Instagram, social media. Just basically threw myself into that and obviously my friends and family was letting me practice on them and things like that, and then it's just gave me some confidence to then get back into it and then start again.
Amazing. And you said you're working in a salon as well, so you know, obviously tapping into like their client base I think is obviously a really helpful thing, because you're sort of helping each other. You know, people will come and be like, oh, there's a practitioner here, I'll, you know, maybe get a treatment or, you know, book in for a treatment. So I think that's obviously a really great thing for a lot of people who are maybe struggling to build their client base as well, to just, you know, rent a room in a busy salon.
It definitely helps. So I started, like I said, the Alamode, which I still am at, and then the goal was only ever to work at one salon, I was just happy with that. That was my goal. My goal was just to have a few clients. And then I approached the Derby salon, I think just last October. So this October will be a year. And obviously they have massively grown my client base as well. So equally between the two. So I tend to do 2 clinics a month now, both Belper and Derby, which is brilliant. So yeah, and it's the power of social media, and it's power of, you know, them promoting me as well. So yeah. I'm really lucky.
Yeah, exactly, because, you know, running your business on your own is hard enough, but if you've got that extra assistance with the promotion, you know, you're just chatting to clients, you know, word of mouth, you know, it definitely does help. So I always encourage, you know, new practitioners to consider renting a room. I think there's a pressure to like open your own clinic and, you know, do it all on your own, but, you know, so much easier and so much more cost.
I mean, each to their own, and, you know, it will be nice to have your own salon, but for me personally, I like to work with people, and I feel that is really good for your business when you're starting off, because it's really hard to start off, even with a salon helping you. It is really hard. So I definitely would say work at a salon and then go from there.
Yeah, no, exactly. So with regards to treatments then, do you find that there's specific treatments that your clients, that you're sort of known for, that are your sort of niche, or what kind of treatments are you sort of clients that are loving?
To be fair, a bit of everything. My goal is, I'm obsessed with doing lips. I absolutely love it. But obviously, you know, understandably, when you start out, you are new, so you haven't really got the techniques of where you want to be. But I absolutely love doing it. So again, just keep constantly learning. I've got another lip masterclass booked in October this year, which is good. But yeah, to be fair, I do loads. I do anti-wrinkle treatments, skin boosters, the non-surgical rhinoplasty. So kind of do a mixture. But lips is my passion, I would say. But I'm hoping to like get better. We can always get better, can't we?
Yeah, exactly. You can never be good enough, I think. And I think you're doing the right thing. You know, there's never enough masterclasses you can attend. There's never, you know, you've got to keep educating yourself, because I think as well, not only for your own development as a practitioner, you know, really perfecting your technique and your skill and your knowledge, but also it shows your clients that you're wanting to be better for them as well.
Definitely.
So it's super important. So with regards to the Faces app then, obviously you've used Faces for some time now. Good, that's a good start. How would you say Faces has helped your business in terms of the organisational point of view, but also the growth that you've experienced as well?
Really good. I mean, obviously, so I've used it from day one, again, from recommendations from local practitioners. Thought it was a bit too good to be true because it was free, but I thought, okay, we'll try it. And I do everything on there. So initially, you know, when you first set up a business, I bought loads of aftercare cards, I did everything, and then it's all on Faces. And like most people nowadays, everything's on the phone, isn't it? So when you email all the consent form, they get the aftercare. So most of them like, oh, it's okay, I've got it on my phone. So then I spent all this money on all these leaflets that I don't really give out anymore because they just have it on there. So yeah, the consent form, the aftercare, the booking system, which is I'm trying to get my head around that at the moment, but love it. And obviously, so I never bought through Faces. I always bought through other pharmacies. And then when I came to see you guys at Canvas and you sat down with us and was like, actually, you can do this, I was like, what? This is too good to be true.
I know.
Okay. So now, as you can see, I just order through Faces 24/7.
Yeah, literally. You know, why would you not? You know, especially we've got like 14 pharmacies on now. So not only can you order your items and your prescriptions straight from your Faces app without having to upload all the information to a website, you've also got the choice of so many pharmacies to compare the prices with. So, you know, you've got that peace of mind that, you know, you're not paying more than you have to for something.
Well, some of the pharmacies were who I were buying from initially, so it just made sense to just have it all in one app, and it's just that easy then, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And just with regards to obviously the new booking system, it is so simple once you get your head around it. I think it's just learning a new feature, isn't it? You know, once you get into the routine of it, but I can certainly give you a call at a later date to go through that.
I'm old school. I have, like, you know, the paper diary. You know, so some people change your rearrange, so I rub it out, and then when I know the clinic's coming up, I then input it onto the app as such. But I'm getting better. But please call me.
I certainly will. But what you'll notice now is I like to explain to users like yourself that the calendar is sort of the hub of the Faces app now. So everything is sort of done from the calendar. So you'll notice that when a client fills out their consent and medical forms, their appointment actually appears on your calendar.
Yes.
So it's kind of doing it for you. Obviously, you can do it manually, of course, but when somebody fills out a form, their appointment's there on the calendar, and then you can literally go into that appointment on the day of their treatment, and you can see all of their information. And obviously they can pay their deposit, you can do text reminders, there's all sorts of things. So yeah, see the calendar as like the hub, but I'll certainly go through it with you. And you've got your booking link as well, so you can post that on your social media channels, which I'll help you get you access to.
Yes, as soon as possible, because I go away on Sunday, so I want to try and, you know, when you go on holiday, you just want to try and detach in the nicest way. But then they've only got me to book through, so if I can just put it on there, 100%, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'll go through. If you're around this afternoon, I'll go through it with you. Not a problem.
Thank you.
Perfect. So just moving on to sort of the next steps for you and your business then, Zoe. So what are your sort of goals for the next 12 months? What are you sort of feeling are the next steps for you and your business?
Basically lots of courses. So I've got lip masterclass coming up, I've got a facial contour, probably try to squeeze another one in, but so basically just learning, endless learning, because I think you can never learn too much. With my current job, we obviously have to learn and revalidate every 3 years, so yeah, definitely that. I'd like to say I could double my client base by this time next year. We'll see. It's ambitious, but that's the goal.
Because also,
and even if it's half, it's
I'll go through this.
Just try and get more clients really, and just keep doing what I'm doing, getting loads of recommendations from friends and family and returning clients. So yeah,
exactly. That client care is so important, and I think a lot of practitioners don't put as much time and effort into it as they can. You know, that client is like your pot of gold. You know, you have to touch base with them, you know, call them, text them, you know, remind them that you're there, you know, be supportive as well. And I think if you can master that and, you know, really build that trust, you know, they won't go anywhere else at the end of the day.
No.
But just going on to sort of growing your client base. So with our new booking platform, and this is in case anyone else doesn't know as well as watching, it's basically a free advertising platform for you. So clients or potential clients can now go on to facesconsent.com. They can search through treatments and location. They can find practitioners within that location. They can see their reviews. They can book directly. So essentially it's a great way to gain new clients as well. But I'll go through that with you. So, you know, we're trying to find a solution for everything. You know, can't build your client base, Faces has got you. Need to order products, we've got you, all of that. So and the development of Faces is very much based on the needs of you guys as practitioners. You know, we sort of try and give you what you ask for, really. You know, since the beginning, obviously we've developed, and it's nice that we are kind of growing with you and your business as well. But just finally then, Zoe, with regards to the regulation side of things, on a bit more of a serious matter, we've had some announcements from the government. Nothing is set in stone as of yet, but they have given us the idea of the traffic light system. They have also asked for everybody to give their own personal views and thoughts on the industry in general. What are your thoughts? Where do you sort of stand with everything?
So I've been online already and submitted my thoughts. I definitely think we need some sort of regulation. It's a hard one, isn't it? Because sometimes I feel like there's such a controversy over the medic and non-medic, but there's absolutely fantastic practitioners out there who are non-medic. I think it's those that are doing these treatments, you know, not having any aftercare, not looking after you, they're making a bad name for everybody, which is, you know what I mean? So definitely needs to be regulated. As to some of the rules, when I've read through the amber system and the green, is it the red, green and amber? Bit of a difficult one really. I feel like it's going to affect quite a lot of people, quite a lot of practitioners, and this is their business for some people, which, you know, is going to be really hard for. So in the back of my mind, I'm already thinking of like my level 5 and my level 7. But equally, I don't feel I'm ready at the moment. It's what I want to do, I assume. But I don't know. It's a difficult one, but something needs to be done, definitely. I just don't know whether they're the right ones to go by at the moment.
No, I think I agree with you. I think it's quite kind of naive to look at it from a medic and non-medic view. I think it needs to be good and bad practice.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you on that one, definitely. And I think, you know, there's so many amazing practitioners, both medic and non-medic.
Yeah.
You know, there's you know,
there really is
been in it for years and years who are not medically trained, but
you probably know more than me.
Yeah, and people who, you know, invest so much money and time into training, like myself, you know, dealing with complications, you know, real kind of masters at what they're doing. But obviously we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And maybe we
think it'd be a long time yet, won't it? But
I mean, it's been
we'll see.
saying it for years, haven't they? But we're slightly closer. But yeah, I think obviously to any other practitioners listening now, I think just try and just stay in your own lane, focus on your business. Don't feel knocked back by those announcements, because it's not in stone. And I think a lot of people are feeling a bit uncertain. But the best thing you can do right now is just focus and keep doing what you're doing.
Keep growing your business, keep doing what you're doing, and then just address it when it comes.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get there eventually, maybe, who knows. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, Zoe. It's been really, really great.
You're welcome.